While Embark says that things are looking promising, yesterday I actually got matched with a cheater. Hello Raiders, a new weekly update just dropped in Arc Raiders as usual on Tuesday, and we finally have some updates regarding matchmaking that should potentially improve the overall feeling for the solos, duos and trios, basically separating these lobbies. We will have to see. We also have a very important update regarding cheaters and dupers, ton of quality of life improvements and some changes to free kits going forward. And while I usually cover these updates going from top to the bottom, today I would like to start with the cheating situation instead, simply because I believe, and from what I see in the comments and also hear from the community, that this is currently the single biggest issue killing Arc Raiders as of right now. While Embark says that things are looking promising, yesterday I actually got matched with a cheater. I ended up interviewing him and the things that he told me were actually pretty dodgy or scary. So, that's my opinion about that. Just look at this clip. I'm actually preparing the entire video as a part of a next content interview with the cheater. Last message for the viewers.
Don't be like me for real. Don't be cheating and shit. Don't download cheats. It's really a waste of your money too. You're spending real life money to go get shit on art.
All right, that's a good statement, dude. You should repent your sins. So let's start here, all right? As you guys can see, this is the update dropping today. So good morning to everybody early today. Quality of life improvements, updates, matchmaking tweaks, new expedition trial season, yada yada, all sorts of that stuff. Solo, duo and trio matchmaking, as we talked about that, and story design. But I want to look into what I talked about, the biggest and most important thing, which is maintaining fair play, what Embark likes to call it that way. We're going to look into this paragraph right here. Embark says that they understand that topside can sometimes be dangerous and unpredictable, which is why they love it. All right, we don't really want things to be that unpredictable when it comes to cheaters, but nobody's fan of Raiders finding ways to get unfair advantages right. Since our May update on ensuring fair play, we've been striving to provide steady updates on how we fight against players who seek unfair advantages. Today, we're taking a moment to recap everything we've been up to and to provide some additional details. So I'm actually looking forward. What are the details? Hopefully some numbers. Anti-cheat and detection. Over the past few weeks, we've completed our rollout of the new anti-cheat. It is now enforced for all players and the results we've seen so far has been promising. I don't know. Yesterday I played with the cheater, he told me it's not, so let's see. Thanks to the efforts of our anti-cheat team, we are continuously getting more effective at identifying and acting against cheaters. These improvements are the product of constant refinements of our anti-cheat stack, hardware and software detection, machine learning driven input, telemetry analysis, and much more. These are the details that they could provide about anti-cheat, cheating and detection. Unfortunately for me, I would love to see numbers. I would love to see how many players have been banned so far, if there are some reappearing issues like cheaters reopening new accounts, if there are some, let's say, hardware bans, and how many have been provided, if they are fighting actively against like cheating providers or something like that. So far, no more information about that. One more time, and let's look further down the article because they're talking about item duplication. So let's see what they have to say here. Like with anti-cheat, we are always working against duplication exploits with keeping a close eye on the game economy and constantly catalog, investigate and seek to counteract exploits. Who's putting together these sentences and these statements? I don't know. Recently, we've fixed some exploits related to duplication. We always want to make sure fixes are widely effective, so we make sure to monitor and evaluate our success before sharing that progress with you. Again, these statements, all of them for previous weeks and until now, are just so dodgy. They get us in the loop of like, hey, Raiders, we caught them, we got them, we did these changes, and the article, the emotion goes like this, and then they say, we want to make sure that we evaluate the success before sharing the progress with you. And I'm like, then why do you even talk about this? Either make a clear statement, you guys are evaluating, but then again, you create these articles, and I don't understand what is the point of these articles. You provided us with a graph here, right? So I want everybody to look at this graph right now. This graph says, percentage of players with unusually high profit per minute. right? So we got a May and June, and this is a percentage. So this is a profit per minute increase. And Embark, the only information that they provided us with is something we already know. We know that the duplication issues were going on in between May and June, and throughout entire June. So we know about that. And now you're basically showing us that it's decreasing, right? That's perfect. But problem is not only, or like the solution is not only that you guys stop them. The problem is that the entire economy of the game has been altered. A lot of people now have duped items. All those items that have been duped increase the overall economy value of the entire game, and those items remain in the game. It's just people killing them now, and the loot is just being transferred. So the entire economy inflated. Why don't we do some sort of rollback or something? Why are we not receiving any news regarding that? Let's say, okay, so we identified the dupers, we banned them, and we removed all the duped items from the game. I understand now that most of players that didn't dupe these items might have some of those items in the inventory, but still something else needs to be done. Otherwise, we're just playing in inflated economy as of right now, as we speak. Unfortunately, again, situation around anti-cheat, Embark is saying it works. Yesterday I interviewed the cheater. He said it doesn't work. All you have to do is download an exe file. The updates of the cheats are actively being developed. The cheaters are not stopping. You know what's the worst part? The cheater told me that if he gets banned, he can just buy another copy of the game for $2. I think I'm actually gonna have to remove that part of the video so that not more people that are watching these videos are encouraged to cheat, because that's how it feels as of right now. Second most important thing I would like to talk about in this update is actually the matchmaking, and Embark is saying that solos, duos, and trios matchmaking are being changed. Following your feedback on the matchmaking survey published in May, we have implemented one of the most requested matchmaking features, and I'm personally really scared about this one. We now track your playstyle separately for solo, duo, and trio rounds and match you accordingly. Say you are a friendly solo raider, but your two squad mates always want to dominate in trios PvP. Before being friendly solo could push you into more cooperative trio rounds, and playing PvP focused in a trio could push you into more PvP focused solo rounds. So changing squad size man matchmaking took a bit to adjust. Now, there's no overlap. You'll be able to go from friendly questing and plant picking in solo rounds to adrenaline-fueled PvP trio games, if that's how you usually play, in those respective cases, by simply changing your squad size. The same holds for duo. All three are tracked on their own. Why did I say I'm scared about this? Well, everybody remember the May matchmaking changes and how it screwed up the entire matchmaking system, that friendly raiders are now being placed in PvP lobbies and vice versa. PvP players are sometimes placed in full PvE lobbies. Based on that experience, I'm a little bit worried that whatever Embark has been doing now with the matchmaking will even further screw up the system, maybe. So we will have to see. We will have to do some more testing, and honestly, I am not really sure how they handle this, because the system might be too difficult to adjust. But again, if they did it, if it is working perfectly, if it is working properly, then that's great. Let's do it. If not, we will have to see. So that's the second important thing from this update. For the third one, I'm actually choosing information about free loadouts, and Embark is saying sometimes going into a high value map condition and encountering raiders with free kits can also feel unfair. Since 133, we have introduced the experimental no free loadout requirement for night raid and close scrutiny. We've seen your reactions and we're taking your feedback into account. We are looking into expanding no free loadout to more map conditions and investigating other opportunities to further improve experience overall. We really appreciate the feedback you have been sharing in the survey from the last week, and we'll keep you in the loop once we have new changes for you to try. Again, this piece of article here. We did it. Thank you for the feedback. We will keep you in the loop. What does it say? What does it mean? Okay, you're probably gonna implement it further. Give us more information. Oh my god, these updates are coming out once a week. There's, take a developer that has been working on that feature, interview him for 10 minutes, so you could give us more than 2 sentences about we did it, It's working. You guys like it. We know we like it. We know it's working because you gave us this update 2 weeks ago or a month ago. So give us more information. But yeah, overall, great change. Hopefully, no more free kits on like Queen or Matriarch raids, because I've been playing those over the weekend and it's been pretty annoying where people would be just like running around naked. Now let's move to the top of the update, which basically then states a bunch of quality of life improvements. We got the Expedition 4 Zenith outfit. I still don't know who is doing Expedition 4. Whoever is, then good luck with that. For me, it makes no sense. Trial Season 5, we got the outfit that we've already seen. We talked about the matchmaking. Then we have crossover with the finals. So this is a contract for the finals that unlocks the Azimuth outfit and Archaeology's backpack bundle in our creators, inspired by explorers, raiders, and contestants who dare to chase new horizons. Pretty cool outfit. I actually like this one. It reminds me of Splinter Cell or some stuff like that. Those ninjas from Half-Life 1, if you guys remember those. So pretty cool. Basically, that means download the finals, play the game, unlock the outfit. We will have to see what tasks are those. And then, we got different bug fixes, significantly increase the value of loot dropped by arc turbines. So basically developers are saying, we've heard your feedback that the arc turbines loot was too low compared to the high effort required to take one down, and we agree. That's why we decided to significantly increase the amount of loot from the arc turbine. And my take on this is that arc turbines are spawning late in the game, 15 minutes, and usually the way I play if I want to go fight arc turbines is that I spawn in, I have to avoid the rats and all the players for a good 15 minutes, and there's no guarantee that the arc turbines will spawn. So that's sort of like, there's a 50-50 chance they will not. And I think it would be better if we had an actual map conditions that would have either 100% spawn rate of arc turbines or increased one. Let's say night raids or storms on spaceport or stuff like that. So we're more sure that, the arc turbines will spawn. My take. I don't know. Items. Weapons dropped on the ground now display the installed mods. Arc turbine parts will no longer drop from couriers. Interesting. So no more turbine parts from the couriers. Alright. Higher value items will now show up on the shelf in the Raider Den, even if you have large stacks of lower value items that are up to a higher total value. Alright. We'll have to check on that. Last but not least, known issues. We know some PC players may experience lower FPS than usual. True. While we investigate, please ensure GPU drivers, everything's up to date. The game is running a little worse than usually, I have to say. And this one's really important, and this issue has been going on for months. We are investigating an ongoing issue where some Xbox players, particularly on Series X, are experiencing crashes. This has been going on for months. This needs to be fixed as soon as possible. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the update today. Embark is closing this one with saying, what's next? There is yet more work to be done. Of course, when we can, we want to share more of our progress on all of these initiatives. As you may have noticed, you now receive an in-game action notice when we've taken action against someone you reported. We're also continuing to compensate for a load of cheaters, regardless of whether you report them dead or not. These are separate parts of the same system. We will continue to provide progress updates when we can, and we're thankful for your efforts in reporting and informing us about unlawful behavior. So that's pretty much it. Some more information regarding cheaters, even though they said they want to share more details. The details are really nothing. It's just 2 sentences. They say it's working. I say it isn't. Bunch of new skins, bunch of quality of life improvements. Let me know in the comments, Raiders, what you think about this update. As I said before, the video interviewing the cheater is coming later this week, so stay tuned for that. In between, you can watch my other videos, and I'll see you topside, Raiders. Take care of you. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the week, and I'll see you later. John Raider, out.